I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining up a storm out there. Well, I guess it's raining down a storm. But anyway, it's raining a lot down there, which also might explain my moist, luscious locks. But we're not here to talk about my hair today. We are here to talk about Chapter 4 of the Phoenix Files book that I am co-writing with a robot. And actually, that rain might just add to the dramatic mood, so good. If you haven't seen the previous videos in this series, it might actually help at this point to go back and watch them, because at least it'll make slightly more sense what's going on here. Anyway, link in the description if you want that. That is some dramatic rain. I don't know if you can hear that. I tell you what though, things are getting dramatic, so let's have some dramatic music. We have to get out of here, Jordan whispered. She handed Georgia across to me and pointed to the road back to her place. What about all that stuff she said, I asked Jordan. Everyone's commissioned a building in her garden. I don't understand that expression, Tank said. We walked outside and looked around to make sure no one was coming past to pick us up and flip us over. Jordan studied a couple of coffee stains concreted to the ground. I don't see any sign of movement, she said. But then I stretched up my eyes and looked over toward the fountain in the town center. Michael glared back at me. He was wearing a shirt with a wrinkled face on the front, and he was clutching a big golden sign that said, "Catherine looks like a piece of paper." What is he doing? I asked, already halfway out there. The moon was trying to smile down at him, and he flashed us a wry smile as we walked over. I saw Michael glinting in the moonlight, Georgia said. Jordan gasped out a paperclip. You knew about this. Tank made a sound from his mouth. It wobbled very slightly against the bushland, like a bird's own tongue. What happened to you? Jordan asked him. How long have you been expecting this night? Did you know I was going to give Jordan my heart? I asked after a minute. Tank was still staring at Michael. It is imperative that you know this. The reason Georgia was going on about all that stuff is pretty messed up. What is it? I demanded. She smiled at Jordan and me as Mr. Tank called out across the clearing. You don't know who I am! You're the one with a voice that is everything I wish I could have, I said. They call you the bird, said Jordan. No, said Tank. Now they call me the other man. Now they call me the Phoenix. Yeah, said Michael, sitting down in the fountain. He is dark and shiny, like a jeweler examining a place in the wrong place. And then this thing happened. Everything in the town suddenly switched off. Jordan looked around and threw up her fists. What happened to the streetlights that I need to see where we can go? I glanced up and down the street in silence. Clearly suspicious, I told her. Something very bad is coming to get us, I guess. Peter pulled up in a black, expensive cyclist's outfit, and I realized Peter had come back. What is going on? Hissed Michael, who seemed like he might not know what was going on. It's too dark now, I told him. We can't see what we could see before. Peter grinned in a big circle. Then he started to cry with crazy laughter. Georgia balled up her sandwich and brought it up to Peter. I saw Peter laughing as the whole world flickered off. Peter hauled me into a little grey army helicopter. I looked back at Tank. You have to rewrite my mind to make me understand this. I said I was the one. Tank turned to stare at me. I am the Bush Herald, the Sky Lady, the white hot sign in the trees. Jordan dropped to her feet as the helicopter with Peter and me on it took off. Jordan, Tank yelled, spotting me in the air. Hold on to my feet. Jordan dropped down and grabbed Tank. He flapped his hands like a bird and started following after us, flying right over the fountain and into the air. And that's the end of Chapter 4. What was Michael doing in the fountain? Where are Peter and Luke going in the helicopter? How can Tank fly? I don't know. All of these answers and many more may or may not be coming in the next episode, so tune in for that. You can click here to subscribe to my channel. Note that I pointed in the right direction first try. Click here for the rest of the series, and click here and here for some other things.